Hey there, welcome to the third and final part of your positioning strategy. Let's bring it all together and find your differentiator. While positioning is the magic behind your brand strategy, your differentiator is the magic behind your positioning. Seth Godin said, as consumers, we're too busy to pay attention to advertising, but we're desperate to find good stuff that solves our problems. People don't just get it, you have to give them a good reason to choose you. And they actually want you to give them a good reason. They want an easy decision, a no brainer. You want to make it obvious to them that you are the best choice. Your differentiator is the difference you offer to your patients. It's the experience they're going to get with you that they're not going to get anywhere else. It's what you want to be known for. It answers the question, what is the one thing we do differently from our competitors that adds value for our audience and enhances the experience? Your differentiator is about exclusion. It's about cutting out all the things you can be to all of the people in order to focus on the one thing you should be to the most relevant people. Because if you try to appeal to everybody, you'll end up appealing to nobody. Henry Ford once said, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. When analyzing your audience and your competitors in order to find that gap in the market, you need to look past the obvious. Your patients will show you their desires and their fears when you do your research, but don't look for someone to just tell you exactly what your differentiator should be. Try to find an overall sentiment behind their problems and look at how you might be able to fix those problems with an out of the box solution. Nobody's going to say, if only there were a chiropractor that catered to my specific problem. You want them to say, oh, wow, I didn't even know I needed that. That's another great brainstorming exercise you can do together with your entire team if you have one. Ask yourselves, how can we use what we know and what we're good at to be more relevant? It doesn't have to be anything big. You don't need to completely reinvent your business and come up with a new product or service. It just has to be clear. When somebody talks to about you or about your practice to another person, you want that person to reply, oh, yeah, they're the ones that. How do you want them to fill in that blank? They're the ones that help kids with neurodevelopmental disorders. Or, they're the ones that support a different kids' sports team every year. Or they're the ones that serve champagne in their office. They really take their time and listen to you and don't just rush you in and out. Or they're the ones that surprise random patients with massages once a month. Revisit your brand essence for this. What's your vision? What are your core values? What do you want people to say about you, your team, and your business? They are the ones that. How can you make that happen? Try to think outside of the box a bit. Geico's gecko doesn't have anything to do with insurance, for example. Maybe you want your patients to say, there's such a positive vibe there. I always leave happier than before. Maybe you strive to become the happy place in town where people get their happiness restored. You could even create a happiness alliance together with other places in town. The opportunities are endless. Just let your imagination go wild for a bit and see what surfaces. The differentiation strategies cheat sheet might give you some starting points and some inspirations. I included some more examples there as well across a few different industries. Module 3 next week, we're going to start bringing your brand to life by creating your brand persona. I'll see you then.